beta banana, guys. The newest Bedrock beta 1.18.10.20 out now. Small changes, lots of them though. Stay tuned and let's discuss. Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from, what everybody thinks is a cool seed, including me, is, my place where we do the beta changelogs together. So if you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel where we do all the updates every single time. So if you can see in the distance, that's actually a ship floating in the sky. Yes, it is. So we have a lot of changes, nothing really big, a lot of small kind of quality of life changes with regards to gameplay and such. So let's just jump into this and then we'll take a look at the stuff together. And here we go. Right here we got J Mega Spud dropping a tweet as usual telling us about the update. Let's jump in right here. Quick and efficient, guys. Don't join the beta in your world if you want to keep using the world in the regular version of Minecraft. Again, if you want to join the beta or leave the beta, there's a video for that in the description as well. So Minecraft 1.18.10.20 out now, features and bug fixes. So fix the food cooldown visual not being semi-transparent on the HUD. Ruined portals under ocean and swamp biomes now are no longer waterlogged and will spawn dry. Prime TNT no longer explode when spawned using the /summon, and the TNT explodes game rule is disabled. Cap the freezing range of Frostwalker enchantment to 8 blocks to avoid server unresponsiveness. Farmer villagers now do not pick up more than 8 stacks of items. As you know, villagers can only hold 8 stacks. I guess they were holding more for a period of time. Offset maps in hand will be held relative to the screen's aspect ratio, so it always stays close to the screen's edge and remains fully visible. Fixed monster spawners sometimes stop spawning mobs when the chunks they were placed in were reloaded. The Iron Belly achievement can once again be unlocked. Fixed structure blocks infinitely spawning the same entities when loading a structure. Players can no longer be hurt by their own armor enchantments such as thorns. That would be crazy. Imagine thorning yourself. Insanity. Food once again applies effects when eaten. So I guess that's like suspicious stew, things like that. Next one here, block changes. Water blocks near edges should now flow properly. How awesome is that? Fire can no longer be placed on top of lightning rods. The width of walls connecting to candles is now correct. Improve the animation of falling blocks entities, sand and gravel, and I guess, anvils as well. Big drip leaf, amethyst buds, amethyst clusters no longer break in structure blocks. Amethyst clusters are now properly destroyed when the supporting block is destroyed. Copper blocks and variants now oxidize in the nether. I guess they stopped. Big drip leaf placements has been restricted to clay, grass, dirt, farmland, moss, rooted dirt, podzol, and mycelium. So you can't put the big drip leaf on anything but those things. Let's go. I think I have some here on my map from last time, so it might be funny to see if they break or they stay. Let's keep going. Pointed dripstone can now be placed on full faces of blocks. Glow lichen is now oriented the correct way when placed. Magma blocks no longer deal damage when fire damage game rule is set to false. Players can now use emotes on scaffolding. I tried that earlier today. Oh, wasn't able to do it. Just joking. And so players no longer have a problem moving after respawning or getting out of bed. Mob changes. Villagers, rabbits, and foxes spawned in the frozen jagged peaks biomes now spawn as their respective snowy variants. Goats now spawn in jagged peaks and frozen peaks biomes. Graphical changes. Fix the camera issue when entering a bed. Fix the camera issue when entering a bed while still in glide mode. So I guess if you jumped in a bed while you're flying, that's pretty interesting. Fixed lighting bugs when removing light sources after returning to the overworld from other dimensions. Updated textures for multiple blocks and items to remove bugs and achieve parity between Bedrock and Java. Marketplace fixes. Fixed coin purchases not updating displayed coin amount until after relaunching the game. They'll now, I guess, take effect immediately. User interface changes. Fix the achievement button not being accessible when scrolling up on the pause screen. Invited to game and crown buttons on the pause screen now have a white border when focused with custom resolution. Fix the height of scrolling content panel on Marketplace sidebar navigation to display the scrolling bar for varying device resolutions. Fix the redundant beside the player's username is seen for adding them to Friends. World generation fixes fixed Mesa and Frozen Ocean biomes having inconsistent generation on realms. The old Bedrock layer between Y0 and Y4 in old chunks is now replaced with Deep Slate when upgrading old worlds, because before, you know how the Bedrock would be uneven, it wasn't a straight line. Copper ore now can generate in Deep Slate variants in Dripstone caves. Vanilla parity changes. Adjusted the other side music disc to give off a redstone signal of 14 to match the Java edition. Adjusted the pig step music disc to give a signal of 13 to match as well. The bow shaking animation now only appears when the bow is fully drawn. So that's actually pretty good. These ones here, guys, I'm just going to throw them on the screen. They are literally technical changes that have to do with data-driven blocks and JSON files. Take a look. Look at this stuff if you desire. The slash effect command no longer has a redundant argument, and you know, added log messages to help identify the cause of BDS crashes. Other than that, pause it, read it. Don't do it. Let's go look at some stuff right here. So I noticed while I was reading this is that these foxes spawned. So I'm feeling like they spawned on this dirt because I don't think that they could spawn here. In addition, I placed these drip leaves before and they have now made it so that drip leaves cannot spawn, or you cannot be placed on this. They have to be placed on dirt and things of that nature. So that's pretty cool. Let's go and yeah, let's talk about the structure blocks. So as you notice, there was challenges moving forward, I think, with drip leaves, with amethyst buds. I guess I could, yep, there we go, I'll pick it up. Basically, these guys weren't going with the structure blocks whenever they went through, and yeah, so whenever you do whatever you do, these guys weren't going through properly. In addition, I believe that the buds were staying and floating in the air. So they fixed that. Very cool, very cool. Water now wasn't flowing properly, I guess. So I guess like right here, it should flow off the edge, exactly like that. At some point, I guess it stopped doing that and wasn't flowing correctly. I think you could probably still, I don't know if they could ever say that they fixed that. Because see, it should go like that. I don't know if it's ever going to be exactly as expected, but yeah, I got my Frostwalkers on because we're going to talk about that after. You can no longer set on fire on top of lightning rods. That's good. I have a picture of it from before, and yeah, how exciting is that? And this has nothing to do with TNT being used in the game. Basically, if you were to spawn it in using commands, and TNT explodes is off, it shouldn't do it, but I guess you could spawn it in with a command and make it explode when you shouldn't have done that. Over here we have a few other things. If you like this seed, guys, the seed's at the top of the screen. I saw someone comment that the other day, and yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a very cool seed though. There's like weird mushroom islands everywhere. I think I feel like I jacked up my my distance. So okay, and last but not least is this Frostwalker that we were just talking about, I think. Yeah, they've dumbed down the Frostwalkers, so I guess we could go down here. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm probably going to regret it. But basically, Frostwalker has been dumbed down to only go 8. So it never goes more than 8 away from you. I guess if you're walking, so if we stop right here, you can see it's never going to go, it logs at 8, so I guess that's pretty close to 8. So that was the max. Yeah, super cool. Done, done, and done. I guess if it went even farther than that, that would be too much. I guess 8 to each direction. And yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for cool stuff, Minecraft stuff, Bedrock stuff. And yeah, the seed is pretty cool. Someone was, people were asking for it a lot, and I didn't want to get into it, and yeah, and then someone commented that it was written on the screen. So yeah, it's up there, 573252037. It actually has this super huge island that literally is pretty much just yeah, just an entrance to a cave and an island. Guys, catch you on the next one.